Well, for those of you that know me or have been following along, know I've been chomping at the bit to get out here and get to work, but be patient. That's in a future episode. Today's episode, we're going to be taking a more in-depth look at both the F-150 and the Camaro, as far as history, where they're at, and future plans for both of them. I'm Dennis James. Welcome to my shop. The truck is a 2016 Ford F-150 XLT 4x4. It comes equipped with a 3.5-liter V6, backed up by a Ford's 10-speed transmission, and is in Oxford white. Now, with it being only 5 years old, there's really not a whole lot of history to it. It was born December 2015 at Ford's Dearborn truck plant in Michigan. Later on, it would be purchased at a Ford dealership in Cribbets, Wisconsin. 3 or 4 years later, it would be traded in, where I would come along and purchase it February 2019. Now, at the time of purchase, the truck had only 10,300 miles on the odometer. With it being a low mileage vehicle and being, well, damn near perfect, I couldn't pass up the opportunity to own it. And in the couple months following purchase, unfortunately, a vent tube in the rear differential had become clogged and frozen, thereby pressurizing the rear differential and causing the rear pinion seal to fail. Now, it was still under warranty by Ford, so it was fixed for free and in a timely manner. Now, since then, I've had absolutely no issues with the truck whatsoever. That is until about a year and a half ago or so, my radio display screen had gone completely white. Now, I had been kicking around the idea, maybe it's just the screen, maybe not. Now, as far as troubleshooting, I had checked on the fuses, wasn't the fuses, checked the wiring harness, everything was fine. And it was, in fact, the actual radio display screen. Now, I don't know exactly what happened to it, but I was able to purchase a new unit, install it, worked completely fine, and I've had no issues ever since. Now, as the truck sits, it has 19,325 miles on the odometer. Future projects include a chrome deletion project, which includes the front bumper, the rear bumper, and the grille. Now, I have something special in mind for the grille, and you will see that in a future episode. As far as little modifications I've made so far, I have blacked out all the emblems all the way around the truck. Some things simple, such as the tonneau cover, bed liner, and the last thing I have done to the truck was installed the rear window decal. Moving on to the Camaro, it is a 1981 model. It was born October of 1980 at the Norwood, Ohio plant. It was the 1,945th Camaro built that year. The car was and is originally white, but this is in fact not the original paint. This was repainted by me in my old garage, summer of 2019. Now, as far as history on the Camaro goes, it was purchased brand new from a dealership in Georgia in mid-1981. It would remain there its entire life up until 2006, where it would go up for sale, be purchased, and transported up to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Now, unfortunately, over the course of a year, it would sit, go up for sale, and be purchased once again, and be transported to Green Bay, Wisconsin. Now, after that, as history would have it, it would sit for another year, until I came along, and this is where we're at. The Camaro was born with a 229 V6, but now has a 355 backed up with a TH350 transmission and a 10-bolt rear differential. Now, as far as future plans for the Camaro go, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait one more episode for those to be revealed. Now, they may or may not include that large pile of boxes alongside the car, and may or may not include that small pile of parts up on the tool chest. In fact, they may or may not include upgrading the cooling system, as well as drivetrain components, steering, suspension, maybe wheels and tires. You'll have to wait and find out. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. And if you haven't already, please hit like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the notification bell. That'll get you a heads up on future uploads. If you have any ideas for content or any questions, please leave it in the comments below. And as always, get out there, get wrenching, keep those dreams alive. We'll see you next time.